Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Abe with MysticGenMara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight, whenever you happen to be seeing this, I would like to offer your elemental rune reading for the week of July 5th through the 11th of 2026. These are general readings, so take what works for you, leave the rest for someone else. And if you've never had your charts read, I do have a link in the description to a natal chart through Llewellyn. It's just a base 12 houses with all the little signs and symbols, and then there's 10 to 20 pages of a description of what that means, and it's not sponsored or anything like that. It's just a tool that is available if you're interested. With that, we will get started with our elemental rune reading. And we are starting off with the element of fire. Fire covers zodiac signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So if you're Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or have fire high up in your chart, then we are starting you off with the first rune is Eowaz, which is the rune of the yew tree. Color is dark blue. Tarot association is the Hanged Man. So this is working with some Pisces water energy. And your astrology is Scorpio. So you've got a whole bunch of different energies going on here, fire, that are not aligned with you directly. Protection, a time of death and rebirth, foresight and perseverance. There's also this energy of seeing things from a different perspective, but I'm feeling fire for you. And this week in particular, this is a time where you're being forced to look at things from a different perspective. Someone or something has come in and said, enough. Fire, you need to see this from the other way. And the Hanged Man can be seen as a voluntary one, but what I'm feeling for fire this week is it's going to be a very forced reevaluation of how things go. And that's not a bad thing, so to speak, but it's definitely a time to fix a problem or time to observe the other person's perspective. And when you have Scorpio, which is the fire of water anyway, plus some other energies going on there with the water, it's this, maybe it's time to look a little deeper at the emotional side of some things, maybe get a little more clear on yourself. It doesn't mean bad. It definitely is just saying you don't have the choice this week. Your second rune is the Menaz rune, which is the rune of man. Color is deep red. Tarot association is magician. And astrology is Jupiter. Humankind, wisdom held in the body, mind and body working as one, knowledge, memory, and the interdependence of the masculine and feminine within. So you may be having to look inside and make some decisions about what's going on in there. Because the energy I'm feeling with this these two runes is fire, it's time to do some checking in. Where are you at? Is one energy stronger than the other, or is there some balance that needs to be brought back in? But it's also about, if there is, everything's in balance, then is it time to observe how we respond to the other outside world? This is not simply a take a quick check and wander off. This is saying it's really time to evaluate. Take your time and observe. This could be a situation at work. It could be within the home. There's a lot of different options here, but it's this energy of there's something going on, fire, that is, it's time to pay attention. It's no longer, oh, I need to make a decision and I'm going to make it this way because this is what other people say. No, it's time for you to make the decision, but it's time for you to really evaluate and then decide, is it worth going that direction or is it worth changing course? Because you have a lot of those options here, but it's definitely this call to figure out where your balance is, fire, but also look within to understand what needs to be shifted to the different perspective. Let's hop over to our Earth family, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And Earth, you are starting off with the other Eowaz. There's like two of them that are spelled almost identical. And it's the rune of the horse. Color is white. Tarot association is the Lovers. Astrology is Gemini. So this may be a little bit of a challenging energy here, Earth, because Gemini is air, which is your opposite. Travel and change, new jobs or new homes, spiritual journeys or movement. I just got this image of Taurus saying, I don't want to. So if there's some Taurus energy going on here, this is saying it's time to make some movement, whether it's a physical movement or a spiritual movement, and you're not really ready for that. That's fine, Earth. Actually, I'm hearing that this is This is a time where you get to flex your creative abilities. Do I really need to move? Or is this something that I need to look around and check on something? I'm feeling that this could be a spiritual move as well, which is, excuse me, less of a resistance for you, because a physical move is not. I just keep seeing this Taurus bull digging their hooves and saying, absolutely not, I'm not moving. So you've got that energy, but there's something else shifting here. Let's see what your second rune is. Oh, well, Earth, you may not have an option here. This is the word rune, which is the blank rune, and it is the rune of fate. And let's see what our little book here says. Mystery, fate, the unknown, to have and to trust with faith. So when you have these two coming together, the horse and movement with the fate card, a rune, this is this call to understand what is coming are things that you have put into place. There is a movement going on, whether your soul's been the one doing the work or you have been. This is a time where you're going to see things concretely happen. But it may not be what you're wanting in the moment. The reality is, though, you're pushing your heels in because it's change and you're not ready for that. But you have put all these pieces in place that now karma or fate has stepped in and said, okay, what are we doing here? You have everything lined up. Pull the trigger. We're doing this. And it's not that you consciously or your subconsciously don't want it. Your conscious mind is like, ew, change. I can't have that. It's going to cause stress and this, that, and the other. Your subconscious mind is like, yeah, but this is what you've been begging for. You've literally put everything in motion, so let's just do this. So Earth, you have a very defined week with some things that are just supposed to happen. Whether you're ready for it or not, you are ready because your soul's already agreed to this, but your conscious mind may be resistant because wait, it's happening already type of a thing. Yes, it's happening already and it's time to get moving. There's also an energy of, if it's the more spiritual side, it may be setting aside the time to do the inner work and do the spiritual side of things because it's time for that to happen. So let's hop over to air. Air covers zodiac signs of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And our air family, we are starting you off with, turn the page here. The runes are a lot of fun, but there's also a lot you can work with here. We have Tiawas, Tyr, the god of war. Color is bright red. Tarot association is justice, and astrology is Libra. So this is your energy air, and it is courage and energy, the power to weave the pattern of your own life. There's also this energy of you get to pick the direction of where you're going next. I feel like air, you've prepared yourself, you've gotten things moving and heading in the right direction, especially the last 6 months. And now you're at the pinnacle. You get to decide where you go from here. There's a jumping off point is what I'm feeling. And that's where this opportunity and energy and a little bit of courage is coming in. Because you're the one who gets to make the next decision. And you're ready for it. But you also have this questioning energy of, am I doing the right thing? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? And if you're asking for some billboard in the sky that has your name on it with this list of things, that won't happen, unfortunately. But you do get to listen to your soul, which has a map of the general things you were going to learn in this life, and that will help point you in the right direction. Your second rune is the Uraz rune. Color is dark green. Tarot association is the High Priestess, and astrology is Taurus. So some divine feminine energy, but also Taurus, which is very grounding. So air, at least this is going to stabilize some. Excuse me, of the Tiawas energy. And it is creative power, wisdom, and knowledge, good fortune, opportunity, and air. You might be having a little bit of a more romantic week this week. But when we have these two, it is the decision is in your hands. Listen to your intuition. There's good luck coming in, and the High Priestess is the voice of the Mother Goddess, is how I look at this. So this is a way to tap into the divine feminine, which tends to be way more intuitive. And that's where that struggle may come in, because air is more logic, reason oriented. But if you listen to your intuition, you're going to know what direction to go. It's going to line you out pretty quick. And then you're going to have that courage, because air has this already, to make that leap and make that change. And Air, let me know in the comments if you have an idea of where that's headed, and how, if you're feeling nervous or if you're ready for this. If you're like, ready, I'm going to do this, I've been planning it, and now it's time to make the action happen. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on that, because I do feel that you're ready, and there's this anticipatory energy that you've been building, and now the universe is like, okay, Air, you're ready, let's do this. And let's hop over here to our water family, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, all of our fishies out there. Let's look at your first rune is Berkana, which is the rune of birth. Color is dark green. Tarot association is the Empress. Water, you and Air might have something going on where you're supporting each other this time, because with the Empress, you are speaking as the divine feminine. You are speaking as the mother goddess aspect. And astrology is Virgo, still bringing in that earth energy though. Renewal, promise of a new beginning, new growth, birth, family, and the home. Water. There is the energy of creation. They're literally showing me like a star being born, just that like everything pulling together and then the explosion. And it's this energy of, it's time for you to step forward. It's time for you to reveal butterfly from chrysalis type thing. And I'm getting this energy that's stepping into that divine feminine aspect through the Empress, where luck is on your side. The intuitive guidance, which water works with anyway, is extremely strong. But I'm also sensing there is this explosion of creation with you. And it could be an actual physical pregnancy or birth, but it also could be a creative jolt that's going on with your system. There could be something along that aspect where you're creating in such a way that it feels like you're not even trying and stuff's just happening. And that could, be creative as in artistic, or it could be creative as in magical. Depends on what you're doing there, Water. Your second rune is the Sowilo rune, which is the rune of the sun. Color is white, silver, and gold. Tarot association is the sun, as well as the astrology. A rune of good health and happiness, wholeness, clarity, enlightenment, and success. Water, what are you creating this week? What is it you've been working towards that needs to be birthed into existence? There is such a strong energy of, it is your turn, Water. It is your time to step forward. And the universe has lined things up where you get to be this star exploding, where you get to be the one that creates this new existence. If you are someone who wants to start a business, this could be the time to start it. Or if it's one of those where you're going to ask the question to propose, this is the time. Talking about having the baby, this is an energy of new beginning. This is the energy of following your inner guidance, following your intuition, and allowing that energy to explode out from you like a little star radiating little star particles all over the galaxy type thing. Interesting side note, because they keep showing me this one particular image. If you've ever watched, it was an old anime called Titan AE, Titan After Earth basically. There's the final image when there's an explosion that occurs there. If you haven't seen that, see if you can find it and watch it. That explosion is what they keep showing me for this Berkana energy, where it's everything pulls in and then just explodes out, and it's a whole new creation, and you're the one at the forefront. You're the one directing the ship here, Water. So allow yourself to really enjoy and embrace that creative aspects. Overall for the week, our general messages here for everyone. The divine feminine aspect is being called to the front. There is a call for balance as well. So if you've been maybe not listening to that side of things, or that's just not your cup of tea, this week you might be a little bit more interested or open to that idea. It's also the interdependence of masculine and feminine within the home and the workplace. And I feel like there's an energy of, it's time for things to settle down and for the balance to return. And it doesn't mean one is stronger than the other. It means when you work together, greater things can happen. And that's where this explosion energy, this creation energy, this ability to adapt and project further than what you originally thought, might be a little bit of a stubborn streak for some of you saying, I'm not ready for this change. But what I'm feeling is if you can accept and work within that change, things are going to play out entirely different than what you originally thought, but I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. So with that, I will let you guys and gals go. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, and comment. Let me know your thoughts, feelings, and impressions. Or if you got a different image from the runes, feel free to drop that down there as well. And I will see you in the next video.